The science fiction genre is one of the most important and most impactful in cinematic history, and it has pushed the world of filmmaking to bold new heights. Although there have been numerous sci-fi masterpieces over the years, ranging from epic adventure flicks to contemplative lo-fi pictures, there is a single science fiction film that stands among the rest as the defining entry in the genre. Stanley Kubrick's 2001, A Space Odyssey is one of the most audacious and brilliantly conceived cinematic achievements of all time, and even 58 years later, it remains one of the most awe-inspiring sci-fi spectacles ever. Though the film is packed with countless standout moments, one sequence cements the picture as the greatest sci-fi film ever made: the extended docking sequence that introduces audiences to the film's futuristic space setting. There's something about 2001, A Space Odyssey's immense patience and restraint that makes it one of the most innovative, most clever films of its time. It doesn't throw all of its spectacle and intrigue at the audience in its earliest moments. Instead, it gives viewers a ponderous and purposeful prologue involving the dawn of humankind. Featuring zero dialogue for the entirety of the opening sequence, 2001, A Space Odyssey puts audiences into a front-row seat for the evolution of humanity from primitive animalistic creatures into thoughtful, ingenious beings. One of the most significant and influential match cuts in motion picture history comes in the transition from the past to the future in 2001, A Space Odyssey. A proto-human finds an animal bone and wields it as a weapon, as a tool. It utilizes the bone to smash its surroundings, to kill its prey, and to assert its dominance over its peers. This is the first taste humanity had of tools, of evolution, and it is integral to the core of 2001, A Space Odyssey's narrative and thematic depth. Finally, the proto-human throws the bone into the air, and the camera follows it. Spinning through the endless sky, the bone begins tumbling down. Then, in an instant, the film cuts to the far future, where the bone has been replaced on screen by a man-made spacecraft. Because of the original prologue established in 2001, A Space Odyssey's earliest minutes, this cut is made all the more impactful, and the focus on human achievement and evolution becomes the centerpiece of everything the film will proceed to do in the remaining runtime. The cut from past to future isn't just an exciting and satisfying visual shift, but it also gives the audience a real sense of what is being explored and why. This simple, patient choice sets the stage for every scene following, and it introduces audiences to the single greatest sequence in sci-fi fiction's history. Once the spacecraft has been established as the focal point of the audience's further attention in the wake of the cut from prehistoric times, Stanley Kubrick and company proceed to give audiences one of the most dazzling depictions of space and future human technology ever conceived. Once again, featuring absolutely no dialogue, the docking sequence takes viewers on one of the most vivid and detailed trips through the steps of space travel and human achievement. Utilizing only an iconic piece of classical music, the Blue Danube, the docking sequence establishes all that audiences need to know about this bold new future world, and it does so with dazzling precision and effortless wonder. When 2001, A Space Odyssey was first released in theaters, humanity had not yet even landed on the moon, let alone established a base of operation in outer space. The tactility and realism brought to the screen in the extended sequence, therefore, packed even more punch for viewers at the time of the film's release, as it was something that felt so far away from where society was currently at. It was a sequence made purely of dreams and imagination, and the craftsmanship and utter dedication to realism and verisimilitude are staggering. Every frame of the docking sequence is a beauty to behold, and the slow but steady pace of the sequence and the rhythm of each cut and each image make it utterly entrancing. 2001, A Space Odyssey is, at its core, a film about evolution. It's a film about the future in all forms, not just some kind of goofy fantasy realm of make-believe robots and lasers firing through the sky. It's about as realistic as a space movie can get, even when it eventually delves into the realm of surrealism and extra-dimensional thought. The reason that 2001, A Space Odyssey's third-act exploration of human comprehension and what lies beyond our collective understanding of science works so well is that everything that had been introduced previously was done with such care and craft in mind. Because moments like the docking sequence feel so true and realistic, audiences are more inclined to understand and engage with the more jarring, mind-boggling aspects. There are so many sci-fi movies that either have incredible, groundbreaking special effects and technical abilities, or an exciting storyline with compelling world-building and relatable characters. It's very rare that a film truly has both of those things, but 2001, A Space Odyssey is nothing if not a rarity. The lead character in 2001. A Space Odyssey isn't even really the lead character at all. Dave, an astronaut introduced close to an hour into the film, is only a symbolic protagonist for the audience to attach their understanding and empathy to. He is an emblem of humanity itself, an entity created and followed to express an idea that is too large to grasp on anything wider than a personal scale. He is anyone and everyone. The beauty of 2001, A Space Odyssey is, as much as it is a difficult-to-crack, mysterious, and vague sci-fi journey, it's also a deeply personal, truly human experience. Because of Dave's position as the symbol of humanity, and because of all that has come before in the earlier moments of the film, the finale, which in many ways mirrors the spectacular docking sequence, is rendered so much more compelling. The docking sequence is the lens through which to view the entirety of the rest of 2001, A Space Odyssey. And it is the moment that truly makes everything else in the film work. On a technical level, it is a flawless amalgamation of every practical effect available to filmmakers at the time. And on a thematic and narrative level, it is the key to unlocking the puzzle that is 2001, A Space Odyssey's latter half. So many sci-fi films have been chasing the grandeur and majesty of 2001, A Space Odyssey, in the years since Kubrick's masterpiece was released, and arguably none have been able to achieve even a fraction of what was done in the early docking sequence. So often, exposition, character dialogue, and flashy effects and editing are employed to try to make a sequence more interesting for audiences, but they often end up having the opposite effect. 2001's docking sequence trusts its audience to slow down, take in the wonders on display, and truly engage with the material on more than a surface level. It's the finest 10 minutes in sci-fi cinema history, and there's a good chance that it will never be topped by anything the genre has to offer in the future.